know that you guys will not look into this one, but still, at least this will might be useful for others. So the name itself, it was saying that it's a desired capabilities, means we want these particular capabilities set for my execution. So this is what the desired capabilities. Okay, so in this particular desired capabilities, we will be having the key pair values. What do you mean by key pair values? Now, I wanted to start execution. What mean for this particular execution, what is what browser version I wanted to use it? So I'll say that browser version equal to 68, and means this would be in the if you implement in the desired capabilities, this will looks like this. I'll show one sample implementation of this one. You guys are able to see the screen?
Yes.
See, mm, this is what the desired capabilities we need to define. It's a very simpler thing. So now how we have this a two-line statement. Now we wanted to set the desired capabilities. Actually, in the frameworks we used to do this. So in this particular desired capabilities, this is a class. I'm creating an object for this one, and this is object reference which I have been created. Now this capabilities, I'm having these capabilities, right? It have a method called set capabilities. For this particular set capabilities, I'm setting the capabilities for this particular execution. Later on, what I'm trying to do, I'm passing this particular object to the Chrome driver. See now here you can consider this is a WebDriver equal to new Chrome driver, or WebDriver equal to new Firefox driver. However you wanted, you can write it. And to here this particular constructor, I'm passing this particular desired capability object. So why I'm passing this one is, for this particular Chrome driver, pass this particular capabilities. So that is what the desired capabilities. So now if you see is, it's a key pair values which we are trying to pass. What means what are the things we will be passing is, for an example, we will be having browser, or we wanted to pass the Windows, the platform. So I can write it like Selenium desired capabilities. um, if you click on this one, so we can see that particular list of capabilities. What are the things? See here, you can set the browser name, and you can set whatever the version you wanted to set, and what are the platform you wanted to set. The platform is nothing but it's a Windows or Mac, or it's a Ubuntu. So those things we are doing it. So now if you see here, so here we didn't passed on it, so I was just wanted to see, if you see here, the desired capabilities, so they have been defined the particular object for this one, and in the capabilities they are trying to set the capabilities, what is a browser name they wanted to set, IE, and then what is a driver, means for an example, when you are opening this particular Internet Explorer, there would be having a pop-up. So it will be means it will be asking you, so are you recommended to go for this particular browser? Means this is this is not so safety. So you wanted to disable that particular pop-up box, then you will write that, and then you will give it as a true. If you given it the true, then all those particular pop-ups will be suppressed. So now for an example, if you're opening any particular browser, immediately there would be a pop-up, it will be coming saying that this particular pop-up will say that this particular site is danger, so don't go for this one. Are you willing to take the risk? Some pop-ups will be coming into front. So if you wanted to suppress that one, you can add this, means this you can set that particular capability for that browser saying that it is false, so that it can suppress this one. Now the first pointer you need to understand, what is desired capabilities is common for all the browsers. Guys, you need to be so cautious in this particular terminology. Why I'm saying that, it is common for all browsers. We can set the desired capabilities for all the browsers. So this is one of the major difference when it comes to for the profiles and then options. Okay, I'll talk about that one later. First, you try to understand the desired capability. The point number one, what do you meant by desired capabilities? I said, so desired capabilities is nothing but these are the required capabilities which we wanted to set for our execution. So this is what the basic definition. And second point is, this is the key pair values which we wanted to set. So now for this one, what we need to do, we need to create an particular object for the desired capability class, and for that particular object set the capabilities, and this object you need to pass it for the new Chrome driver constructor. So once we have this particular object, according to this particular constructor, the execution will start and then proceed further. So this is what the desired capability meant. So because if you go and see in many of the videos, we will not have the clarity from the desired capabilities. And why we are not using the desired capabilities here. See now, if you understand it clearly, so what it was trying to say, I'm setting my properties, means I was asking, means if you see here, all these days we are starting our code from these two lines. Now, these are the three lines which we are adding for this. Now, why we were not adding this one, or why we are not adding the browser name here? Why we are not doing this? Because in my system, okay, this is my physical machine. In my laptop, I know I have IE, and I know because here I'm giving the Internet Explorer driver so that it will open the Internet Explorer driver only, and I'll be giving it as IE version. Means for an example, I can give the browser version equal to 86. Now, in my machine, only one browser installation I can do. Means I can't install 86, 87, and 88. All three browsers I can't install. So there will be only one browser. So that is a reason we are not using this particular Chrome, the capabilities over here. But if at all in your application, you will be having some security pop-ups. So when you are getting that particular security pop-ups, at that time you might be using this one. Then you immediately you can have the question that when I should use the desired capabilities. So now we have discussed how to use this one. So now first, what is desired capabilities? We have been discussed with this definition, and how I should use this particular desired capabilities. These three lines will be talking about it. And when I should use this desired capabilities, we are discussing now. So now what is desired capabilities? It means I told you, right? The definition, once again I'm repeating it. So these are the required capabilities we are setting it for the execution, and this is the key pair values. So for an example, we will be having the browser name, i.e. browser version, this, the platform is this. So these all things we will be giving as part of desired capabilities. And how we will be implementing this one? So we will be creating a desired capability object. Means desired capabilities is a class, and for this particular class I have an object, and for this particular object I have the respective method set property. I'll be setting this particular capabilities for that particular object, and that object will be passed to the driver browser. So this is how we will be implementing it. Now the last question is when. See, for an example, when we will be using is the desired capabilities would be much more useful when you are working with the mobiles. So that's where Ruma has been taken the example that when they are implementing with the Appium, here we will be saying that which operating system I was doing it. I'm doing it for Android. Which Android version I'm doing it? I'm doing it for 10.0. And which APK or which device you wanted to do it. I wanted to do it for Samsung Galaxy Note 10, and which APK you wanted to do. So those all, without setting this desired capabilities, you can't work. So see, Appium desired capabilities are different. Selenium desired capabilities are different. You need to remember that. Okay. Now, next thing, when we will be using in the Selenium. So Appium, I understand, boss. So because they'll be having Android and iOS versions, and iOS devices will be having different. So that I'll be using a different over there. But how I'll be using this particular desired capabilities in the Selenium? So now here you need to understand a pointer. When we wanted to implement via Selenium, uh, we mostly use in the concept of grid. What do you meant by a grid? you will be having a hub, and for this particular hub, you will be having different nodes, node 1, node 2, node 3. So we have different nodes, node 1, node 2, node 3, we will be having it. So when we have this particular different nodes, I wanted to means in the same machine, means my same physical machine will act as a hub, and then I'll open two Chrome browsers and one Firefox browser. So now this is a Chrome browser 1, Chrome browser 2, and Chrome browser 3. So now what I need to do is I need to invoke, this is means when I talk in the grid, this is called parallel execution. Parallel means doing something means a parallelly. Now at one given point of time, I'll open three different browsers, and this browser navigate to Amazon, this navigate for Flipkart, and this navigates to the Tata Click. So these three browsers will open three different websites, it will be navigating it, and it will perform the order booking here, order booking here, order booking here. So now at in one single machine, I'm opening three different nodes, three different executions, and I'm proceeding further with this. So that is the implementation of the Selenium grid. So why we will do it means to decrease the time. If I means for each execution, if I'm taking 10 minutes of time, if it is a sequentially, it will take 30 minutes. But if I have tested in parallel, within 10 minutes, I can complete all these things. So that's the concept of Selenium grid. So please do refer Selenium grid video, so that we have given a high level view how the Selenium grid works. Okay. Now at this point of time, you need to mention that these are the desired capabilities for you. Means this browser you need to take it up, and this is what you need to execute it. So or else, if this happens in a single machine, right, there would be an automation pool. Automation pool is nothing but there will be a centralized server, it will be connected to different machines. This is machine 1 or node 1, node 2, node 3, node 4, means these are the different physical machines, and from here I can throw the execution to the machine 1, machine 2, machine 3, machine 4, and here I'll be setting the desired capabilities. Oh, you need to go to the Windows machine, you need to go to the Mac machine, you need to go to the Ubuntu machine, and then you need to open the Chrome with this particular version. So these all things will be setting in the desired capabilities. When you are physically implementing this particular infrastructure, the automation infrastructure, at that point of time, desired capabilities will play a vital role there. But as of now, everything we are doing in the same system, and we know this is the browser, and we know that is the browser version. So that's the reason we are not using the desired capabilities. And desired capabilities is common for all the browsers. Means here you can set the, means for an example, here I can set for the Chrome, I can set for the IE, I can set for the Firefox, and whatever the options I wanted to set it over here, I'll be setting up over here. So those are the capabilities which we need to set here. So this is called the concept of desired capabilities. Now you understood, right? So when I have written this particular line statement, in this statement, I'll be passing this desired capabilities. So this capabilities will pass over here, and it will have the respective properties, means to suppress the warnings, to suppress the authentications or the advanced pop-ups of that respective browser. Means for the IE, there would be some security pop-ups will be coming in, so you suppress that particular pop-ups. So that is what we are saying it here to this particular object. So now when this new means a new IE driver means executed, what it will do, it opens the new browser. When it opens the new browser, if any particular alerts are coming, with the help of this particular capabilities, it will suppress that particular capabilities, so suppress that particular pop-ups. So for that one, we are using the desired capabilities. So for more information in the desired capabilities, you need to refer means actually I'll share few more other links also, you can see it. But Guru 99 you can follow here, you can have a detailed level of information that what exactly the desired capabilities will do over here. So if you see here, they have been clearly explained how, it's very simple just to set these three lines. Creating an object, is this a different means a difficult one? So for this is a desired capability class, we are creating an object for this one, and capabilities, I'm setting the capabilities, what are the capabilities I can set for this one. That's it. Once I set this one, I'll passing these capabilities to this one. Will it take more than 5 to 10 minutes? Okay, I'll leave it to you guys. And means what are the capabilities we can set it? If you see here, these are the 7 capabilities or 8 capabilities which we can set it for Selenium. But if it is when it for the mobile, there are many capabilities are there. See, if you see here, he explained the same thing in the grid. So if you are doing it with the Selenium grid, I wanted to have a Windows machine, a Linux machine, and a Mac machine. Sorry, iOS machine. So when we have it, so I wanted to execute in IE and Firefox. And here I need to execute in Firefox and Chrome. And here I need to execute in Safari. So now I need to pass that particular thing. At that point of time, I'll get that particular version and then I'll set it into the desired capabilities. So now if you see here, we always talk about set. We are setting. We didn't talk about the get. So what it will do means it connects to that particular machine, get that particular properties, and we can set that particular properties. So these are getters and setters, which it talks means this is used as part of concept of encapsulation in Java. So anyways, we didn't discuss about that one, but I'll not talk more about it. But just at least getting these things, we will not do it. At least you should know about only one method, set capabilities. See, we will be doing only one basic thing. So we will create an object for capabilities and we will use only one method, set capabilities. You know, if you don't understand this one, you will not able to handle these particular pop-ups, alert boxes at the pop-ups in this one. So that is highly complicated to handle this one. So this is about the desired capabilities, which it was in terms of the from the Selenium perspective. But because if you go for Appium perspective, Appium desired capabilities, that's a huge things we will be having it. If you see this, I'm going to the Appium documentation. If you see here, these are the Appium capabilities. So it is not very much complicated. It is very simple. So automation name, whether I was doing with this, these are the different frameworks which I will be need to use. And platform name, I'm using iOS, Android, or Firefox OS. So which OS I'm trying to use it. So these are the capabilities which I need to learn from the Appium. But as of now, this is not into the picture. So don't go through that one. At least you should go into this particular desired capabilities of the Selenium, and in this particular capabilities you should understand. So first, basically they will ask you what do you mean by desired capabilities, and how we will use the desired capabilities, and when we will be using the desired capabilities. You need to answer these 3 questions. And if you understand these 3 questions, understanding the options and profiles would be much more easier. So I'll talk about the remaining things later because it's already 11:27. And just a second, I'll stop this video.